Everybody, this is Jeff Neal, the business guru, coming to you this week from downtown Malaysia, where I've been interviewing guests from all over the world. And I've got a pretty awesome guest today. He's from my home country. Not only from my home country, he's just down the road from where I used to live. So we know the area pretty well. We've been reminiscing, having a bit of a chat. And the gentleman's name is Brendan Harrison. And Brendan is the owner of Access and Go. It's very unique, but it's a personalised transport business. Been involved in that for 8 years. A brief description, we are Access and Go. We're here to help your private transport needs. We offer comfortable trips to airports, cruise ships, terminals, concerts, business, corporate, sporting events, virtually anything, guys, where you need to go in luxury and go in a nice car and with transport. You can take it anywhere you want to go, pretty much. So social functions, other destinations. We're based in Sydney. We consider ourselves a transport service to be reliable and satisfying. And the man backs it up, simple as that. Key achievements. I recently won Business Award for being the best airport shuttle service in the Camden area. All right. So the personal motto, we can get you to your destination on time and do it right the first time. It's fair. That's what people expect. That's fair enough. Interesting fact, he's a qualified librarian. He got well away from that. He's doing a lot of other things now, got a few business interests. And basically, we're going to find him all over social media. And he's got another business we're going to talk about another time. Interesting. Just having a look at it. I'll mention this here. It's called Harrison Travel and Tours. The flight booking, the combination of tours around Sydney and the surrounding regions like the Blue Mountains. Awesome. Go to the Blue Mountains, guys. It's awesome. I'd like to discuss this briefly during our interview towards the end, and we could wrap that up and talk all about that. But guys, the Blue Mountains in that area is absolutely beautiful. What month of the year? What month?
Definitely.
Especially now. It's not too bad now. It's not. It's
a bit cold at the moment. We've had a cold snap here.
Yeah, but that's good. That's why I love it. You get those peaks and you get out on that. They still got the zigzag railway and all that up there.
Yeah, still got the zigzag railway and the scenic sky tours.
Yeah, beautiful place and beautiful location. Anyway, let's get started. 15 minutes of fame is what it's all about, guys. So you can get your 15 minutes of fame. Think about it. TV commercial will set you back about $30,000. And they might go and crack a beer, make a hamburger, or go to the loo while the commercial's on. Miss the whole damn thing. 10 radio spots in your city, they're going to set you back $3,000 to $5,000. And what they invariably do, they play them at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning, so no one hears them. But come on, 15 minutes of fame, and we'll put you across all the social media channels and potentially put you in front of thousands of prospects. So there's the invitation for you guys. Every man and woman's got a story. Like Brendan, we'd like to hear your story. So anyway, Brendan, let's get ourselves started. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you all that years ago to pursue your current career path. What was that aha moment?
Well, basically I had a change of scenery. I moved. I was living in a certain region of Sydney for over 14 years, doing a completely different sort of business to what I'm doing now. And we moved, bought a nice block of land, built a dream house here. And once I arrived here, I trying to meet all the new neighbours that had moved here as well. And a lot of my neighbours kept asking me about transport. They said, do you know someone who can drop my daughters off at the train station to go to school 2 or 3 times a morning? And I just thought for a few seconds, and I've noticed that there's a bit of a lack of transport around in this particular area that I'm here in Sydney. I said, I could do that. And that's basically how my business started.
Oh, pretty amazing, huh? What's been the most challenging aspect of your work and how have you overcome that?
I think the challenging part is actually waking up on time, like getting up, because some of the pickups I have to do are quite early morning. It could be at 2 a.m. in the morning, at 2 p.m. It could be 11 p.m. So basically you're going around the clock. You're picking up people because people go on early flights. So they need to be at the airport at least 3 hours before their international flight. So they want to be picked up quite early. So it's just the time shift that can get very tired. Fatigue is an issue I've got to be a bit concerned about in my line of business.
Yeah, fair enough. I get it. Because those concerts can finish pretty late, especially when they kick off and have a few beers.
Since concerts finish quite late, normally I don't get people home to about after midnight, sometimes 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hold up sometimes.
Yeah.
I remember once I dropped off a group. I picked up a group that are going on a Sydney Harbour cruise, Christmas
All right.
Sydney Harbour cruise. Dropped them off at the Sydney Darling Harbour here in Sydney.
Yeah.
And they were on the cruise, and there was a bit of a delay getting back. The ship broke it down or something in the harbour, so they were a bit delayed getting back. They get back to about after midnight, so I was waiting for them, picked them up just about 1 a.m., took them home, got them home about 2:30, and then I had to go and pick up someone at 3 o'clock to go to the airport. So I had no sleep for almost 24 hours.
Yeah,
I was constantly going.
Hit the coffee. Basically, all you can do is grab a cup of coffee somewhere if you can find something open.
Yeah. McDonald's probably the only thing.
Yeah, that's the one, and they've got crappy coffee. Tell us about an important moment in your career that pretty much changed your direction, apart from that gentleman with his thing. What else changed your career? What sort of put you on the right track?
Like I said, people are constantly asking for transport. I did a bit of a study around the area where I moved, and I was asking how do people to get from different places, and they said, "Oh, you'd be lucky if you caught the bus." And the bus service in this particular area is irregular. So people, after a certain time, there is no way of getting home. You'd have to call a taxi or some kind of transport, someone to pick you up to get you home. And the nearest train station is about 30 minutes away.
Yeah, and taxis are A, unreliable as well, and B, can be. That's right. They can be quite expensive. You might as well have your services as opposed to a taxi sometimes. Tell me, what are the key qualities and skills that you believe have contributed to your success?
I think customer service, because before I started my self-employment, I worked for the Australian Federal Public Service. I worked in Department of Veterans Affairs at Concord Hospital. Actually, I worked in the transport office there. All those years ago, in the early 90s. I never knew back then I would later on start a transport business. But anyway, so I do a lot of customer service, talking to a lot of patients on the telephone when I was working there. And then I left the Concord, which is Department of Veterans Affairs back then. I moved into Centrelink, and I was doing unemployment. I was looking at reviewing people, looking for work. Yeah. And that sort of thing. And I dealt with so many diverse different people from different backgrounds. I had one guy try to come in and kill me. Literally try to kill me.
Wow. Wow. That's not a fun day.
Some of the crazy people.
Yeah, I've seen it in hospitals. So, it's no fun someone's being a public servant.
Anyway, getting back to it, I learned from those different sort of people how to deal with people. I think the very issue in my business is customer service, how you deal with different people. Most of my private clients have been very happy with the service. I've got some great reviews on Google reviews and Facebook reviews. I've got over 100 5-star reviews of the service. Yeah. Punctual, always reliable, on as much as possible on time. If I am going to be delayed or pick up, always keep the client informed.
Yeah. Interesting about reviews, very funny. I was talking to a gentleman who's a friend of mine here, and I reviewed his business 9 months ago. And we were talking about, this is a true story, we were talking about the value, I'm a marketer, I was telling him the value of reviews. He walked out of my office, which is actually his office, and not 1 minute later, a little thing came up and it said, "You ready? Congratulations, one of your reviews just hit 500. And it was a review I'd done of his business last September. It was uncanny, right? So reviews are very, very important, and you've got so many, so hence the reason you'll be successful. So guys, the moral of the story is ask your clients for reviews. You've only got to ask. If you don't ask, you won't get.
Every trip that I complete, I do a follow-up text message to the client saying that I appreciate them booking my service, and if they were very happy with the service, please leave a review on either Google or Facebook reviews. And you can actually see them right on my website. So that helps me when I tell clients to go along the website, see more about my transport services, what services I'm operating, and check out the 5-star Google reviews. Right on my website. You don't need to go anywhere else.
There it is, guys. This man's giving you a lesson, marketing 101. It's pretty basic stuff, guys. Most of you don't do it. That's marketing. You should hire this man, not for his driving, for his marketing. That's a great lesson. Right. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field?
I try to keep abreast of all the issues dealing with transport here in Sydney.
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of other providers, a lot of people in my same industry. I'm quite friendly with a couple of the other transport providers. I even do someone takes on some of their work for them, and they also take some of my work as well. We kind of work with each other. They're just being straightforward competitors. Well, I find people who are very fierce or competitive, they're the ones that I generally stay away from.
Yeah, fair enough too. I understand.
But we can all have a piece of the pie here.
Absolutely.
Don't look at people as, oh, they're my first competition. I'm not going to talk to them because they're doing the same thing as me.
Crazy.
Maybe I actually learn from them, and they hopefully learn something from me as well.
Yeah, I tell people I don't have any competition. I've only got people in the same business. Simple as that.
That's right.
No such thing as, no such thing as competition, right? Just do it better, right? Do it better. Tell me,
that's right.
What's a recent project or an achievement that you're particularly proud of?
Well, I probably what I'm proud of is this is probably not so much related to my transport business. This is to my property that we're actually having built now, right now here where I live now. It's a special house for what we call the NDIS. If people are not sure what NDIS means, maybe some of your viewers are not from Australia, for the disability people, high disability people, like people in wheelchairs and that sort of thing. We're actually constructing a special home for them here in this area. We've already got expression of interest from people ready to move in. We just need the house completed.
Yeah,
that's the biggest project that I'm very happy and very motivated about it at the moment.
Good on you, man. And
hopefully I'll be able to do transport for them as well, because I also do a lot of transport for the disability people, which we call NDIS transportation. I have a couple of NDIS clients I do a lot of work for.
Fantastic.
Or driving for, I should say.
You're an inspiration, my friend. You're leaving a legacy. It's very fantastic. And it's nice that, I had one of my clients the other day on the podcast. She said, you ready? It was fantastic. I loved it. I never heard it before. She said, be a better human. And I thought, how cool is that? If everybody had that thought, be a better human, what a great place it would be, right?
Right. So well, I try to do that as well. I try to be the best I can to people and give people good service and try to be friendly as possible with people as I come across in my daily walk of life.
Yeah, no, you're a legend already, my friend. What advice would you give someone, a 20-year-old version of yourself who aspired to sort of follow in your footsteps? What would you tell him or her?
Well, as I tell some of the younger people, I actually tell this to my wife's niece. She's in her early 20s, right?
Yeah.
And she's looking at starting her own business. And I said to her, and she has a really good job. She's in the nursing, but I said to her, why don't you start your own NDIS business? Because she's got a lot of good skills.
Yeah.
And I was just giving her some tips and places where she could get the skills and advice you need to run an NDIS business. Because she's already a qualified registered nurse, and she's already working with people from the NDIS already. So I said to her, why don't you stop working for someone else, go and work for yourself. Yeah. So we've been encouraging her, so she went and registered a business.
Fantastic. Yeah, follow your dreams. That's awesome. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future? What are you up to?
Well, we're looking to build, probably from the non-transport, we're looking to build another house, another investment property. We're going to duplicate what we're doing now, which I think it's going to take off, and I'm really going to be bringing the big bucks every week.
Yeah,
so
nice.
that's going to be probably my retirement nest egg, because I'm in my late 50s at the moment, so I haven't got not that many years in front of me yet until I want to retire. Don't want to work anymore. Also, the transport is expanding. I've got some really good drivers helping with a lot of my work now, and they just keep ringing me up. We got any more work to do? So what I see in the future is that I'm probably not going to be doing less driving. I'm probably just sending trips out to all my drivers to do a lot of the work for me, and I just help with this property investments that I have going at the moment. That's my future goal.
You're a lucky man. You're like me. You haven't got a job. You've got a passion, my friend. When you've got a passion, you're not working.
That's right. You've got to have a passion.
Yeah.
It's not just all work around the clock or digging holes or whatever else you're doing.
Yeah, you're not getting beat up anymore.
Not getting beat up anymore.
Yeah, that's the one. So it's pretty cool. Tell, what's the best way for people to reach out to you and find out about your program with the housing, and more importantly, if they want to book a ride to the Blue Mountains, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Or, of course, social media, or the Facebook, the Instagram, LinkedIn,
The whole lot.
Phone call. Also, I'm on WhatsApp as well. You can call me if you're calling from overseas. You can actually call me on WhatsApp as well. Messenger, all the social media, emails.
Yeah.
And we're pretty contactable.
We'll be putting Brennan, don't forget, guys, like you too, we'll be putting Brennan's details all across social media. You know, your LinkedIn, your Snap, and particularly on YouTube, with all these social media links, you just go there, pick the link of your choice. He's always up for a chat. He's a nice guy. Reach out if you want to know more about his government programs and anything else. He's a cool guy. So before we wrap it up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Well, people don't know that I'm a qualified librarian. I studied librarianship at university in the early 90s.
Yeah, no wonder you're organised. You had to keep track of all the books.
That's why I got all my books stacked on the shelves here.
Yeah.
In proper order. I can find any book in my collection right here in my house without, where's that book? Where I put it down somewhere.
Yeah. Also, I believe you know a little bit about the Philippines, I believe.
Yes, nice country. Been there 3 times.
Yeah.
I have some business interest in the Philippines as well.
Fantastic.
We actually lease out vehicles to operators. We have actually leased out to our Mitsubishi van out to a bank in Philippines as well. It's leased it for 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And we leased a couple more vehicles out to individual drivers for private trips and grab.
Yeah, guys. He's not only helping people in Australia with jobs and transport, doing exactly the same in the Philippines. So this man's a real giver in a world full of takers. So we're going to wrap it up now. Once again, Brennan, I'd like to thank you for being on the show. And guys, if you want your 15 minutes of fame, just like Brennan, do the same thing. Just reach out. Let's have a chat. Let's make you more famous than what you already are. Thanks for being on the show today, my friend. It's been awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity,